Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where last episode we managed to get everybody to leave the coalition against us, so that's fantastic. We're still overextended and we're still going to have rebels for a while. There's no doubt about that. But we're working on getting these cores made, and let's just sort by cost here quick. We're going to see a lot of these cores finishing up in like 2 years, so we're still going to see rebels for a while here. No doubt about that. We're spending a lot of gold per month right now on our army maintenance. That's for sure. A huge amount of that is our reinforcement, although that's only actually 200, now that I mention it. Yeah, we're over our limit. We're over our limit a bit. In fact, we've doubled our limit. We should do something about this. Question is, should we increase our limit? Or, alternatively, should we increase our income? Both are an option. So if we were to go into our buildings here, and if we were to go into our regimental camp, we can build this in a few locations. I say a few. In a lot of locations. I think we might be better off, though, working on our actual income. There's not a lot for cathedrals and workshops that we can build right now. Well, cathedrals there might be. Yeah, there's a good amount of cathedrals that we can build. Okay. Sounds good to me. We'll get these all built, and that won't be a huge amount of income, but it will help. So we're just going to get this down to the usual 0.1. And once these come online, that will offset it a little bit. But what's really going to offset it here is finishing out our quantity tree. That's really going to offset it. So let's finish this up here. We're a little bit concerned about our current income status. Now, we're going to be spending a lot less on our overextension. That's for sure. But I'm just going to spend this a little bit, and I'm deeply concerned about our current financial situation. So, we need to change, I think, what we have focused. And I think we need to change over to mill power for a little bit here. This will help our income somewhat, but this is not going to be the biggest help to our income. And we're going to run out of cash relatively soon. So that's definitely a concern. We were previously at like 2,200 though for our force limit, and I'm wondering, I knew that we were exceeding our force limit. I'm just wondering what actually changed it. Wow, there's a lot of 0.1s. Okay. I'm wondering what actually modified that. So let's take a quick look here. Okay. Interesting. So one thing we can definitely do is we can, where is it? I forget where raise war taxes is. Isn't that in here? Yes. We can do this. That'll cost us 2 military power per month while at war until canceled. So that's actually not going to help us. Good to know. Very good to know. We're going to hop over to our court here. We're going to focus military power for the moment. We're going to go up to 14 per month there. And how much do we need to get our next quantity idea? Now, regiment cost doesn't actually help us here. The old and the infirm will. Pretty dramatically. But this is what we really need. Now, we can always cut our army maintenance somewhat. But with us being in this current situation, that may not be the best idea. I think we're probably going to end up doing some debasement. Yeah, look at all these people leaving the military coalition. Fantastic. Any others? Okay, so we won some battles against rebels, and we're going to continue to work on those battles against rebels. That will continue to be a thing. Yep, more people leaving the military coalition. Beautiful. And how is our unrest doing? It's nowhere near as bad, so that's good. Unfortunately, our overextension is going to be a ways away, so we're going to be in some slightly dire straits here for a bit. That's pretty clear. Okay. How many revolts this month? Only the one. That's nice. That's really, really nice. Sicilian separatists down over this way. Okay. We're fighting up here right now. We'll deal with this eventually. Are you guys actually doing anything? You're supposed to be protecting trade here. Okay, 144 in Novgorod. Ooh, 229. Do it. That will help us pretty dramatically. And we should actually... Yeah, stop that. We should come over here and group these together. And send both of these to protect trade in... It looks like the Lubeck trade node, but let's actually see if there's anything higher here. That's a negative. Okay, so the Lubeck trade node is the one to go for. Fantastic. We won the battle out over here. That's fully expected. And we won this battle. These guys are going to need to reinforce a bit. So I'm going to have this force walk down over here to help with this. And then we'll migrate one of these guys over here to garrison that area. That'll be fine for now. Okay. One revolt over here, no problem. Okay, what's going on here? Lose 100 ducats. Okay, I don't like it, but we'll do it. We are going to continue to convert, even though that does cost us money. We're going to be running out of cash quite soon. Quite soon. Ming rivaled us, and we'll rival Ming back. There we go. Economically, we're running into some problems. There's no doubt about it. Now, one thing we can do is we can get rid of this fort. That will save us some money. Where are you at? There you go. We'll get rid of that bastion there. That will save us some money. And there's a few down here that we can get rid of as well. I don't think these are necessary anymore. So we'll get rid of these bastions. Beautiful. There's one here as well. So how much are these costing us? I think that bastions, yeah, those are costing us 2 gold each per month. So it's not huge, right? That's not a huge amount of what we're paying here. But it does help. What else can we do? Well, we can hop into our estates here and we can... Oh, we can't sell titles. We can, however, summon these guys. Okay, so that's out over here. They want us to build a cathedral here. There's a fire temple right now. We'll just bump that up. Cool. These can be grouped together. There we go. We'll want to cap this back, and we'll bring that up over here. You can move in here, and we'll cap this back. Now, another big part of it is our autonomy. The autonomy will come down, but we did just give 30% autonomy to a large amount of provinces. So that will hurt us, for sure. Let's take a look right now in the macro builder here at what that would end up looking like. Okay, so if their unrest is at minus 99, then I feel like I'm okay with decreasing their autonomy. That will help us dramatically as well. So we're going to go through all of these. There will be a lot of them. And this will help our income a huge amount. It won't fix the problem, to be clear. But we don't need to fix the problem. All we need to do is buy time, because the problem will eventually be fixed. And this will help us buy time. So as long as their autonomy is not high right now, we want to drop this. Cool. So we're going to go through all of this. It's not quite all going to go away, but this will be a huge, huge boon for us. It's a little bit laggy, no doubt about it. And 45% in Urbino. Oh my. Well, we did drop it, and it will continue to fall over time. But 25% off the top of all of these provinces is huge. Absolutely enormous. And this is a big part of the reason as well. Actually, I think this is the reason why our force limit dropped. So this should be a huge boon for us. I don't know if it's going to fully fix the issue. We'll find out. But this will increase our taxes while also increasing our force limit, which will massively decrease the amount that we're paying in upkeep. This should be absolutely huge. And they might rebel later on after they no longer have their minus 100 buff for us. But this is fine. We're going to drop this all back down. I mostly just didn't want to fight the 2 million rebels while we were looking at a coalition. Honestly, if the particularists rebel again at this point, we're reasonably okay with fighting them. Reasonably. But what we don't want is all of this autonomy to exist. It's a huge amount. So we're going to drop it, and we should be okay. This should not affect, at least in the short term, this should not affect our rebel spawn rate at all. But it should increase our force limit dramatically, while at the same time increasing how much taxes we're gaining and how much production income we're getting as well from all of these counties, including some very high-value European counties. In fact, many extremely high-value European and Indian counties. I wanted to see if we scrolled too far. No, we're good. Okay. If only there was an even faster way to do this, but there isn't. The macro builder is, as far as I'm aware, the best that we're going to get on that front. That's a lot of autonomy, but I think it's currently occupied, which would make sense. Okay. So this is obviously going to have a huge effect. Dropping from 28 or 27% autonomy down to 2 or 3% autonomy in, like... How many is this even going to be? It's going to be a few hundred at least. Provinces. It's going to be absolutely huge. We can't really afford to be ticking forward while we're doing this. This is something that we just have to do. So that's fine. We will continue our way through this. We are almost halfway through at this point, so that shouldn't be too much worse. This is going reasonably quickly. Fantastic. This is kind of reminding me of deleting all of the forts at the beginning of this series. Kind of. But this is going to have a similar level of effect. My question is, just how much effect is it going to have? Like, we were at negative 2100, or actually, yeah, this is going down automatically because of the force limit every time we do this. So yeah, each of these is saving us. Like, this one is... That one was 3 ducats per month, just from that single county. And I don't think it has even updated the taxation yet. So if each one of these is saving us 3 ducats a month, just from exceeding our force limit. Just imagine how much that's going to be. And I don't know if that was a high-value province or a low-value province that we looked at there, but I would imagine that that's on average going to be about that amount. So cool. This will be great for us. We are currently about 2/3-ish of the way done here. But yeah, this is a lot of particularist provinces. No doubt about that. But we're going to bring this on down. I brought that one up for no reason. That was accidental. I did not intend to do that. But one province isn't a big deal, especially when you figure just how much we're getting out of the rest of these. So let's take a look at our deficit here in a moment once we are at about 3/4 of the way through this process. Down to 2009. Much better. Much, much better. And this autonomy will continue to drop, of course, as it approaches 0. But it's going to be this big, big jump here. That's going to be a big part of it. Like I said, I'm pretty sure the taxes and production haven't been factored into this yet. So you might be looking at this and thinking, well, you still are going to be 2,000 ducats in the hole per month. And I don't believe that's necessarily going to be true. Okay. I'm expecting us to still be some in the hole here, to be clear. But it's not going to be anywhere near as bad as it was. So we're going to drop these down, and over the course of the next few months, they will hit 0, eventually. It will take some time, but they will eventually hit 0. And we can see there are some locations with higher and some with lower, but that's to be expected. Okay. Look at all these particularist factions. Insane. But now that we no longer have the military coalition against us, we're not going to accept all this autonomy again, so this shouldn't be a problem in the future. The only real reason why it was a problem previously was because of the coalition that we were looking at, but now that that coalition is gone, no big deal. Now we need to fix the problems caused by us preparing for the coalition. That's the problem at this point. We are at this juncture about 80% done, I would say, maybe like 85, with lowering this autonomy. As expected, this is a very tedious and lengthy process. But I think there was like, if I recall correctly, there was like 493 provinces that were affected by this faction or something like that. It's going to be huge. No doubt about it. Okay. This one can go as well. Perfect. Anywhere with autonomy, we will go ahead and reduce that. But I'm not interested in reducing autonomy in locations that will contribute to the rebel problem. That we're not interested in. There will probably be some rebellions that spawn from this later on, after this goes away, because our timing isn't exactly perfect here. But that'll be fine. We can handle those as they come up. I say knowing that this will be all the same particularist faction. Okay. So we're going to get rid of all of these. And we're almost there. But you can see every single province colored in red here was a particularist faction that we just reduced autonomy on. Every single red province there. It's huge. A ridiculous number. But we're almost done. This is it. Bam. Look at all that red. That's a lot. Okay, so what does that put us instantly at? 1791. So that virtually cuts it in half. Right there. That brings us back up to 2097. And let's let it tick 1 month tick here. Ming is no longer a valid rival for us. And now it's 1523. Cool. Any rebels this month? Yes. Flemish Separatists. They are up over here. No problem. We'll deal with them instantly. Okay. These guys are on their way down still. Okay. And these guys occupied over here. That's fine. They will be handled shortly. And we are at this point going to work on more coring if we can. We can't yet. Okay. Now we're still negative in cash. Don't get me wrong. But we're a lot less negative. This month we have 4 revolts. No big deal. We can head up here and then immediately turn back around. Noop Separatists down this way. No problem. Tuscan Separatists, they're actually already under control. And these guys, over we go. Cool. So, we clearly need more cash. We're not going to allow ourselves to go into debt. I will prefer debasing our currency over going into debt. But I'll try to do that minimally. If we can get zoomed in here. Wow, okay. It did not want to zoom with the economy tab open. That's interesting. I don't know why it's doing that, but sure. So we're currently paying about 135.38 of this to reinforcing our armies. And we're also currently paying about 350 of it towards rooting out corruption. Okay. So that's fine. Ish. We definitely want to get these rebels taken care of. No doubt about that. Okay, we won this battle over here. Our colony over here became self-sustaining. Beautiful. So we're going to tick forward a day here. Our colonist isn't back yet. Interesting. Was that a bonus colony that we didn't know about? That didn't have a colonist? Yeah, we've got 3 colonies going on. Okay, that'll save us some money. Cool. So we're going to fight these guys over here. No problem there. And that's going to be more rebels, I assume. No rebels this month? Beautiful. No rebels this month. I love it. There will be more, to be sure. So we're not going to core these that are 0% overextension at this time. I'm going to core Canary. There we go. And how's our progress looking? 28 October, 1633. Okay. Oh, we took a loan there. I did not intend to take a loan. That was my mistake. I should have noticed that. So I'm going to debase here. Actually, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. We can upgrade this great project. I don't think this is the time. Idea cost reduction would be nice, but I don't think this is the time. Where was that rebellion at? I believe I clicked through it. Did we already handle that? Was that out over here? No. You can come cap this back, for sure. Okay, yeah, that's down over here. We did handle it. Beautiful. You can cap this back, and we're capping here, no problem. All that looks good. Perfect. Cuba gained a Liberty Desire. That's reasonably expected. Okay. 2 revolts this month. Swabian Separatists out over here. No problem. We will deal with those. And Bombay Separatists over here. No problem there either. Cool. So out we head. The question is, of course, how long can we float by here? Well, we're going to need to keep going for another, like, 1.5 years here. So that's going to cost us some. How much would a sale of titles get us? If we could do it, which we currently can't. 53k. That's pretty good. We would need rebels to stop spawning for a little while for us to be able to do that. Can send these guys down to here. Okay. All looks good. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we will continue to work on our small deficits here. Honestly, I think this is manageable, though. I think it'll be fine. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, Sigma162, JJ Gamer, Ken2In, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Kadra, Raw Potato, Elmichi Nazi, Justin Everett, Emiliano Cambron, Martin Lawrence, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.